Back with another Savage stream. Thanks everybody for tuning in and liking my videos, sharing my videos, subscribing to my channel, and all that cool stuff that you guys do to support the continuation of this channel. I really appreciate it. You guys are really awesome. Thanks so much for all of that. Let me know in the chat whether or not sound is good, video is good, everything looks pretty good on my end. It seems like about halfway through we start dropping some frames here or there. The last couple of times anyway, we've dropped a couple of frames, but yeah, let me know how it works out here. I'm not showing any concurrent viewers. I was a little late getting the notification out, so maybe that's why. I did refresh, so hopefully all this is good. There's one person, Fire Marshal Bill. What is up, man? All right, so let's get into what we are talking about tonight, which is the previous week's conceal, or the previous week's profits on basically the dedicated rig. We started out, it was dedicated to ETC. We bought the 11, turns out to be 10 P10690 GPUs, the mining specific cards that are 3 gig. We bought those, we threw a rig together, and the idea was to just mine ETC until we couldn't mine ETC anymore. And what we ended up doing was, I guess, I don't know, maybe I just got bored with talking about ETC or something, but we ended up changing it over to Raven. We mined Raven for 6 weeks or so, if I remember right, and we should have kept mining Ethereum Classic for sure, profitability wise, because we would have done a lot better had we done that as far as, you know, overall profits. But we did do okay with Raven as well. And then about 3 or 4 weeks ago, we switched it over to Conceal, CCX. So that's what we are on now. So we're going to talk about CCX profits on a 10 by P10690 rig. And we'll talk about the cost and all that stuff, how much it costs to put it together and all that as well. But this, you know, none of this is financial advice or what to mine advice. It's just, I'm just telling you what I'm doing. That's it. I'm just some dude on the internet that's, you know, talking about crypto mining and stuff. So none of this is financial advice. But this video is good for people that are just getting into the mining space. If you're kind of new and you want to kind of figure out, okay, so what am I really getting myself into? You know, what kind of profits can I look forward to, at least for the time being, and you know, how much does it cost to build a rig and that kind of thing. So we'll get into all of that, but first let's talk about, it looks red over here, right? I did this on purpose. This is the 1 hour like chart, not chart, but heat map. So let's go to 1 day. 1 day looks a lot better than the 1 hour. Hey, look, we're back to green. Yay. We're almost at 40K Bitcoin. I don't know if we ever passed that. I haven't been watching it all day, but lots of green. That's always good. I mean, it's a good feeling to see all this green, but I'll be honest with you. I think that we are not out of the woods just yet. I do not think that we are going to see this go parabolic. I think that we're going to see yet another pullback. Just a feeling. That's all it is. I think that we're still in dangerous territory, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm really wrong, and this just goes straight to the moon, right? all of it straight to the moon. So yeah, Conceal. If you guys have been watching my channel for any length of time at all, you know that I'm a pretty big fan of Conceal. They have been around since about 2018, mid 2018, I believe, and they've always been a privacy coin, and they have always been DeFi, and that was before DeFi was cool. It was before DeFi was even really a thing. One of their main goals of this project was to create a way of earning interest on staked coins, and that was their primary focus originally, you know, early on. and they've kind of morphed into a lot more than that, because they do a yearly consensus where the community gets together and they figure out what the community would like. They vote on what the community would like to see from the project, right? So that happens about once a year, and so there's been some changes over the years. They've gone through 3 different versions of their interest earning structure, or their interest earning feature. This is basically the 3rd iteration of how they were doing the interest. It's gone, like I said, it's gone through 3 different things. This one is broken down into tiers. Tier 1 is 10,000, under 10,000 CCX being staked. Tier 2 is 10,000 to 19,999, and then tier 3 is over 20,000. So you can see the difference here with what you would earn, based on how much you are staking. So to get the most, you would go above 20,000 for a whole year. Is basically that's how you would earn 6%. And the 6%, the way that it works is it goes into a hash time lock contract, HTLC, and it's locked on the blockchain, which means that it's cold stored, or it's cold staked. It's a cold staking situation, meaning you don't have to leave your wallet on, you don't have to run a VPS, virtual private server, none of that stuff. You can just, once it's locked in the wallet, it's on the blockchain as locked, and that is it. You can see right here, a couple weeks ago we staked 100 CCX, super small amount, but I was just doing it to demonstrate how to do it. And I think we get to pull this out in like a couple weeks, I believe. 6/10. Okay, so yeah, a little bit longer. So once that expires and the unlock time has passed, we'll be able to come in here and I'll show you how to actually withdraw it. It's super easy. You just click on it and click withdraw. But and then it goes back in your wallet. But yeah, so you earn a little bit of interest. I mean, this is a super small amount, but on this particular staking, because it was a small amount that we staked. But if you have 20,000, and you stake it for that year, man, you're looking pretty good. 6%, interest is not bad for a year-long staking situation. So not terrible. I mean, it's not like super high-end as far as, the whole DeFi staking that we see in some instances, with 1,000 APY and all that stuff. This is a little bit different. This is, solid. There's no potential of losing it or anything like that. No rug pulls or nothing like that. So this is like old school original DeFi, back before there was this crazy DeFi thing going on that we have now. So yeah, so that was their main focus. They've just released a Conceal Live. That was yesterday, and they just turned 3 years old. Also, this project just turned 3 years old, and they just released Conceal Live, which is their messaging app, and it's a desktop and mobile app. I think it's only on Android, if I'm not mistaken, and then desktop. I don't think that they have anything on their website for it. I mean, I know messaging right here, but I think that's different. Yeah, I think this is just their. Yeah, this is just on the blockchain. So this is different than their C Live, right? This is just basic messaging. I just don't think that they have anything on here for that. Probably need to do some updating on their website and get some links in here, unless they're here and I just don't know where they're at. I didn't poke around too much on here, but this doesn't look updated, so I would imagine that they just haven't, they just released it yesterday, so probably need a little bit of time here to get the website updated. But this is their calculator down here where you can come and actually calculate what kind of interest you can earn. So this is what we did. We basically earned, we did 100 for 1 month. So super short time, right? Minimum was 1 month. So we earned 0.24 CCX, not a lot. But, it was just demonstrating how to do it. All right, I'm gonna check the chat, see what is up over here. What's up, Crypto Mikkel? What's up, Craig? I think I got that right. ABMNS, right? Charles, what's up? Mr. D'Souza. Awesome, thanks. What's up, Taines? Max Voltage. Hope everyone is doing well. Now that there's some folks in here, how was y'all's weekend? Wow, that was rough, right? Kind of coming back now. So, but again, like I said a few minutes ago, I don't think we're completely out of the woods yet. I think there'll probably be some more stuff happening, but we'll see. We will see. What's up, Chancoin? All right, let me not get distracted by the chat. Let's get into what we are talking about tonight. Showed you the interest chart. Okay, so let's look at the actual breakdown of the rig, or what the hardware is of the rig. This is the hardware that the rig has, and like I said at the top, I actually bought these 11 GPUs. There's only 10 here because one of them went bad. Basically, any rig that I put that GPU in, it would just not mine for very long, and then it would crash. And then one GPU just would act crazy. It would register funny in all the mining programs. It seemed like something's really wrong with it. And at the time, whenever it first went bad, I wasn't too concerned about it because, as you can see here, I only paid 35 bucks each for those GPUs. I did that right after Ethereum Classic went to ETC hash, and I was like, okay, I think that maybe some cool content could come out of buying some cheap 3 gig cards, because I knew that that you could mine ETC with them at least for some time before the DAG gets too large, the DAG file. And I got lucky and found a listing where a guy was selling, I want to say he was selling up to like 30 or something like that on eBay, and these are used. Okay, you're not going to really find a 5-year-old GPU still in the box or anything, I don't think. But yeah, he was selling like 30 of them or something, and I grabbed 11 of them for under $430 shipped. So not bad, not bad. And then the other stuff I kind of had laying around from other rigs or just spare parts. I had the H110 Pro BTC Plus mining motherboard, had some memory and CPU, all that stuff just from other rigs and things that I've just had laying around as spare parts. So let's look at a couple of items here. First, let's look at the GPUs, because you can see right here that today's price is a lot different. Whenever I first put the rig together, it was about 1,100 bucks, 1,128 bucks. And now to build this rig, you are probably looking at over 3,000 just to build this identical rig, which is insane if you think about it. That is a humongous increase in hardware prices. So the GPUs, let's look at ended recently. So these are sold items. They are coming down a little bit in price. A couple weeks ago, whenever we first came here, you would not see one less than 200. I think maybe you might see like a 190 plus shipping or something like that. But seeing a 140 with free shipping, this tells me that the prices are coming down on these GPUs a little bit. Again, these are mining specific. There's no output or nothing like that. They're mining only. Here's one for 73 plus 1350 shipping, and this is sold. Now, I don't know about, yeah, see, this one's parts only. So this one's bad, right? So there's something wrong with this one. And maybe I should try to do that with the one bad one I've got. Sell it for parts only. Let's see. So yeah, we're looking at, I've got a price on here as 175, but it looks like it's still even higher than that in most instances. And then the other item is the motherboard, the H110 Pro BTC Plus. Whenever I first, about a year ago, once the pandemic hit and everything was falling apart, I found these for $35 each, and the guy had a bunch of them. I think the one listing was for 10 of them for $35 each, and now they're going for over 300. So that's pretty crazy. And then the other one is the Veta frame. Frames went up a lot in price as well. And let's see what we got here. Yeah, like this one, like I think I bought, whenever the frame that I used for this rig, I bought a couple of years ago, probably a year and a half ago, and I got 3 of them for $60. So they were $20 each. And now they are $200 each. Pretty crazy, right? All right, and we've done like building competitions with these and stuff like that over the year. You know, like, well, I think that was like a year ago. I'm probably going to mess up the time frame, but it seems like it was a year. Yeah, so check out those videos on all the channels. There was, I don't know, 6 of us, I think, 6 or more people doing the Veta frame build competition. That was a lot of fun. So, all right. That is our hardware situation. That's what's going on with that. So now, everything else is pretty basic, you know, nothing really too crazy. So now let's look at our mining rewards. So we started off, like I said, in the beginning, we started off mining Ethereum Classic. We used to just plug these in manually every stream, which was crazy. It ended up being too much work. And I was messing up the numbers too often, so I stopped doing that. And plus, once we changed over to Raven, the mining pool that we were using, the 2 miners, I believe, they had a minimum of 10 payouts, so there was a lot of payouts whenever you're mining Raven, because you earn it, you know, a little bit faster than most, right? So you can see here, this was, you know, 1 ETC every couple of days, basically, is what that came out to. And then it got really frequent, so that's what we did here. So I started plugging the numbers in prior to the stream just to make it a little bit more slick. So we did that for several weeks, and then we switched over to Conceal. So now we are on Conceal. I think this is our 4th week on Conceal, if I'm not mistaken. So here's all that we've earned so far. And then I plugged 1 in for today. So the way I do this is go to the wallet, and what I was doing what I had done here, I had changed the payout. So originally it was 1 minimum on the pool, or it might have been 2. No, it was 1. A 1 minimum CCX on the pool, and we are using Soap Refresh CCX pool over here. So it's 1 minimum. I changed it in the settings on the pool. If you go to settings right here, you can change the minimum payout, and you can see I changed it to 20. I think that basically comes down to almost one payout a day, depending on how many blocks the pool hits and all that stuff. But you'll see. So it's basically minimum of 20. So what I was doing over here is you go to transactions, and then you just export to CSV, and then you grab the transactions and throw them in here. But because there's only 4 of them, because I changed the payout to 20 minimum, then what we'll do is we will just come over here and copy and paste a little bit here. Oh, let me grab the time as well. And this is just keeping up with, you know, the actual payouts and what you're earning from the rig, you know. You should have some pretty decent accounting, just so that you know that you're not like underwater and stuff on your hardware. It's always a good idea. So I'm just grabbing the important information for calculating anyway. Trying not to mess it up. All right, so 1 more, and then we are done with the recent payouts. And we can bounce this against the pool, and they should match up, you know, right on. I'm not swapping pools or anything. I'm staying on Soapy Fresh pool. Not pool hopping. All right, so there's that. Then we'll grab this line, paste that in there, change this. We need to make this equal the right amount. Like that. Then we got to put in the value of CCX right now. So we come over here to CoinGecko, look up CCX. It dropped a little bit. I mean, it's up to date, but it dropped since the last calculation here, because it was 41. And they had they bounced up to like $1.61, which is crazy at the peak there. So yeah, so this is, it looks like it's lower, but probably what's happening here, I'm probably getting close to another payout, most likely. Yeah, see, pending balance is 8 right here. So, you know, it looks like it dropped a lot, or 20 or so, but it's probably still about the same overall here. Again, it depends on the pool, how many, you know, blocks the pool hits, and my share and all that stuff. So you'd have to go back up through here and change the value on each one of these to know what, well, this is like, at the time, if we would have sold the CCX that we mined, we would have got 43 bucks because we sold it at 41, right? And then the same up here, like this was 42. Whenever we first started mining, actually I changed some of those, I believe. But I think that this week back here, the very first week, it was still in the 80-cent range or something like that. 70 or 80 cents. So then we come over here, we got some information about the power. You always want to be concerned about the power. We basically worked it out to where it is about $2.71 a day. So as long as we are making more than that, then we're better off mining instead of just buying the coins, right? And this was, I think, I want to say that it's pretty accurate here. About 1,000 it says right here. So yeah, 1,000 watts. But that's, yeah, this is pretty accurate. About $80 a month to run this rig. Then again, this was CCA, or this was Ethereum Classic that we earned, 49. You know, and if you know what happened to Ethereum Classic, to the value, it went up to like, what was it, 150 or something like that, maybe even a little bit more than that. And then our Raven, yeah, so just our Ethereum Classic. Let's plug in the numbers here. Let's go and see what our Ethereum Classic is at right now. Down to 76.93. So yeah, we've dropped a lot, but the good news is that I sold the Ethereum Classic, or I traded it for Ethereum, and I swapped it for Ethereum. So I locked in some of it, but again, you know, Ethereum also plunged quite a bit. But still, we're still, even at this value, we're still way paying off this rig. Because remember, the hardware was only 1128, you know, 1,128. So just with Ethereum Classic for those 5 or 6 weeks, actually it was a little bit more than that, I think, 8 weeks or so, then we paid off that rig easily, right? So what's our Raven at? Raven is taking a hit too. They were down like 8 cents, I believe. Yeah, still 8 cents. Even after a 26% increase. Yeah, this is rough, right? It's rough to throw these numbers in here. I probably should be doing this on the last page. I don't think it's updating. Yeah, I should just do it here, but we'll do it in both places. All right, so CCX is now, what did we say, 41? No, 33. Used to be 41. Yeah, see, so at one point that we did this update, it was actually at 70. That's at 34. Eesh. All right, but this doesn't have all the totals in there. So let me switch over here to this page. This is better because it's a better layout. I need to get rid of that other one over there. So what was the ETC value right here? 11. And CCX was 34. Ouch. Ouch. All right, so that is accurate. That's what it looks like now. And the ROI, the return on investment, is like your break-even point. So at 100% is a break-even. I put it up here as ROI because we were going to be mining different things and it was breaking down differently. But it doesn't really matter because we're over 100% anyway. So that's the same value here, or this value is all these added up. So the total earned is $39.90 still, which is not bad. And the total rig cost was $11.28. You can see all the power up here. And that is going to do it. Let me see what's going on over here in chat. See if anybody's tagging me or anything. Everything's good. All right, cool. What's up, Sonia Neer? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, glad you guys are chatting it up over there, talking to each other. That's always good. All right, guys and gals, I'm gonna get out of here. And hang on, I checked my notes. See, I was looking at my notes. Okay, so I wanted to show. Got ahead of myself here. So I'm using HiveOS, and if you want to try out HiveOS, I've got a link in the description for that, and it's a ref link. I get a little bit if you use that ref link to register for HiveOS. So you can see this is the hardware here. P10690s 3 gig. You can see the overclock settings over here. The memory is at 0 because this algorithm doesn't really use any memory. It's a core-based algorithm for CN-GPU, which is what Conceal uses, CryptoNight-GPU. And I've done some tests and gone through here and messed around with the memory. It makes no difference. So I just left it at 0 because this is basically the best hash rate out of these. And these GPUs are a little bit funny because it's almost like the overclock settings don't matter. It basically gets what it gets, and that's for ETC hash and CN-GPU. It's weird. I can play around with the power a little bit and get it to fluctuate a little, but for the most part, that you just basically just turn these GPUs on and let them go, and they do what they do. And then if we look at the numbers on what to mine over here, basically this rig is similar to 1050 Ti's. That's pretty much the closest one that's up here. But I have to actually, the most accurate way is to go ahead and mine whatever you want to mine, whether it's ETH hash or ETC hash or some other ETH hash that's below 4 gig, actually 3 gig. So you got to be careful with that as well, or Z hash or CryptoNight or whatever, and go ahead and start mining with the GPUs and plug your numbers in here manually, which is what I did. So for CryptoNight-GPU, which I'm glad they added this, it used to not be here. So it's 4,200. So if you go over here to what to mine, HiveOS, you can see that it's 4.194K, which it'll go up, it'll fluctuate between it'll fluctuate up to like 4.230 or something like that. So I've seen it go up and down a little bit. So we just go 4,200 on what to mine, and then basically 1,000 watts on the power. I plugged in 962 here, and then you hit calculate, and you can see what you should be earning. Oh, Conceal is way up there. Okay, so before last week, Conceal had dropped way down, way down. So it's good to see that it's actually towards the top again. That's nice. So yeah, we're not in too bad shape here mining Conceal. We're almost the most profitable, right? $5 a day essentially after power It looks like we should be earning about 14 CCX a day, which works out to what we were seeing. Yeah, if you multiply that out by 7 days, that's about what we are earning. So I'm confident that the numbers are right. And then we go to the pool over here and we check this out, and we see that we have earned 311 CCX so far, paid out from the pool. And yeah, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Got a lot higher hash rate than what it's actually doing though, right? Or no, it's a little less, That's pretty normal for the pool and the actual rig to be a little bit different. Yeah, see now it's 4.191. All right, what do we got? Yep, that's about it. That's all I got. All right, that was 30 minutes. I've been trying to keep these down to less than that, but I'm really bad about it. It seems like 30 minutes is my number. I have to go 30 minutes at least. All right, so if you thought that this was entertaining or educational in some way, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Click the notification bell. Make sure you get notified whenever I post a new video or go live. And yeah, there's crypto merch also, Doge Lord. Check out that link in the description as well if you want some cool crypto merch. And I will see you guys tomorrow night, same time probably. I'm going to work on my schedule and see how this is going to work. I might start doing, I know I said this 2 weeks ago or whatever, I might start doing regular videos, like posted videos, and then not going live every night. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. See what I decide, if I decide anything. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Stay savage, everybody.